So this is our golden eagle new male. Came to us in 1994 with a broken right humerus. He had surgery and has a plate in, but it never healed correctly enough to be able to go back out in the wild and survive. He came as a first-year bird. So he's been with us a long time. When we get our birds out, we always want to make sure that they're healthy. So one of the things we do is check their feet to make sure they don't have sores. We weigh them, which I've already done. And we also check their keel. It's a second place where we can determine whether his weight is correct. I'm going to start by checking his feet. That one looks healthy. Good bird. Good boy.
And tell me, Heidi, what are we looking for on the feet?
So when they're in captivity, sometimes because they're perched so long, they can get sores on their feet, especially if they're overweight. That's why we are so careful with their weight. So I'm looking for red spots, dryness, any kind of cracks or abrasions. And his was clear. And then the next thing I want to do is check their keel bone right here, and I'm looking for kind of an even spread of the breast. Now because of his fracture, one side is a little less than the other because it hasn't been used as much. Now I'm going to come up and just check that keel bone.
And this is not something you would do with the average eagle, but this bird has been conditioned over time to allow us to touch them in this way. So it's a less invasive way of assessing their health and condition.
Correct. Today I have about 9.5 ounces of prairie dog. We always feed them what they get in the wild. They are obligate carnivores, so it's typically prairie dog or rat or rabbit. And we try to give them as whole as possible so that they have a chance to rip and tear, which is enriching and also helps them keep their beak and talons in shape. He is allowed to hold on. And he can be pretty slow to start sometimes, so we'll see how he feels today. We may be in luck, he's going to start.
Oh, there's that look, that eagle look. So Heidi, tell me how long you've been a volunteer with us.
I'm starting on my 10th year here.
Oh wow, congratulations.
Thanks, yeah. I came as a class with Larimer County to learn about the birds and was hooked. And have been here ever since.
And so you say with Larimer County, you're also a volunteer naturalist with the county.
I was, correct.
Okay.
I am no longer, but yes, that's how I started. And they did training by bringing the class here. And that's how I learned about Rocky Mountain Raptor program.
Well, that's excellent. We're lucky in Colorado here in northern Colorado to be part of a city and county that really values our natural areas and open spaces.
Absolutely.
And helping people get in touch with them. And so what do you feel is the most enjoyable part of being part of the volunteer team here?
Oh gosh, there's so many parts of it. I love the birds, the interaction with birds. I never knew the extent of the beautiful feathers. They just, up close, it is just incredible. To be able to see this golden head, I never really understood why they were called golden eagles until I started working with the birds and was up close enough to see that the feathers on the nape of the neck are truly golden and not the dark brown. They're beautiful. So obviously working with the birds is a favorite. But you know, working with the people as well. At the Rocky Mountain Raptor program, we have a lot of very dedicated people that truly love the outdoors, love the birds, and to be working with the volunteer crew, the staff, people that want to come see the birds, sharing the experience is just really very rewarding. Giving back a little bit to the community by helping to keep our wildlife going, our raptors, educating people about our raptors, and then also helping to get the raptors back out to the wild. Although I'm not a rehab person, I still feel we have a very significant part in getting birds back out to the wild because we educate people about the birds. Good job, buddy. One of his favorite parts is the ribs, which is what he was just finishing. Well, not finishing, but just tackling.
And so, as we all know, with raptors, they use that hook-shaped, that hook beak as their fork and knife to break the bones of their prey and ingest it. And they need all the bones and the organs and the meat to really give themselves the full range of vitamins and minerals. And you can see how he uses his head and beak to twist to break those different bones. It's very impressive to watch them eat. So Heidi, how much does he weigh?
He weighs, today it was 3,350 grams. So a little over, what is that, 7 pounds, I think, which people are often shocked about. They're a large bird, but if you think about it, they're designed to fly. So everything about them is lightweight. They have not completely hollow bones. They're kind of a network of, looks like a web inside the bones, versus human bones are solid. And that helps them keep them lightweight. They do not have teeth, which is one of a human's heaviest part of their body, is their teeth and their skull. Everything about them is designed to fly. So typically people guess that he's probably, weighs like a small dog, 20 to 30 pounds, but he's actually only 7 pounds. So, which is much better for me because I don't think I could do this if I had a 20-pound bird on my fist.
Yeah, he looks quite huge, so it's so understandable that people think they weigh more than they do.
And he's actually the smaller of our 2 eagles. He is we believe he's a male. Males in the raptor world are smaller than the females. And our female is more like about 11 pounds. They can get up to about 14 pounds. So he's actually a fairly small boy.
And so 7 pounds, when you're considering your arm being out to the side like that actually is quite a bit. You obviously had to work with smaller birds before you worked your way up to handling him. How long did it take you to work up to where you were handling this eagle?
Well, for me, once I got through some of the smaller and larger birds, I took my time just enjoying those birds. So I didn't actually start eagles until I was into probably about my 4th or 5th year.
Okay.
Because I was enjoying the other part so much, and there is a little more of a commitment with the eagles. They do take a lot of training. Eagles have an amazing grip. Eagles have an amazing grip with their talons. So when a man makes a fist, he can, just a slight fist, he can do 50 PSIs, pounds per square inch. Whereas an eagle can do about 700.
Wow.
They are designed to catch and kill with their feet and talons.
So that's why you have that big giant leather glove on.
I have a giant leather glove that helps protect my hand.
That's also why the educational raptors go through a great deal of assessment and training prior to becoming educational raptors, because they can be so powerful, and this is not normal for an average wild animal to interact with humans in this manner. So we need to make sure the bird is the correct bird for our educational program, as well as the correct bird for our volunteers to be able to work with. And the volunteers as well go through extensive training, because we are working with potentially dangerous predators. So Heidi, tell me as well, what do you feel is the most important part of the mission of the Rocky Mountain Raptor program?
Well, I totally believe in their mission. It's a three-pronged mission, which is to inspire the appreciation of raptors and their environment. And we do that three ways: through education, through rehabilitation, and through research. I think all three are just as equally important. Getting these beautiful animals back to the wild. Most of the injuries we see here at the Rocky Mountain Raptor program have to do with man-related causes. Something we can do to kind of help with that, or get them back out because of some of the things we have. For example, window strikes, hit by vehicles is one of our primary ones. And educating people about why these birds are so important for our environment. Educating people about what they can do to help. Simple thing like picking up trash or not throwing trash out of a car window. If you think about it, as we drive, we throw a piece of trash out, but trash usually is like a candy bar wrapper or something like that. What does that attract on the side of the road? It attracts mice, rats, rodents. They come to that paper. Well, your raptors, your eagles, your hawks, your owls are going to feed off of those rodents. And they're not car savvy. They don't understand that they don't want to fly in front of a car. So they swoop down across the road and they get hit by vehicles just because somebody threw out a raptor that had candy on it. So just a simple thing of keeping our trash in trash containers. As long as we educate people about that and explain why it's important, how it helps our raptors, I think is huge.
Yeah.
And then what we do to contribute to research, every bird that comes in that, even the birds we don't have a chance to work with. So we see up to about 300. Unfortunately, it seems to get more and more as the years progress. But we help a large number of those back out to the wild, but even the ones that come in that we can't help, that are too broken to help, we do a necropsy where we look at what happened to the bird, we learn from those birds, and we often send samples to different labs for research. So we're helping in that respect too.
Thank you, Heidi. And congratulations on your 10 years here.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I, for one, as the volunteer coordinator, am so happy that you're a part of our program.
I love it. You're welcome.